Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Friday morning edition of The Mop here at the end of a cool week. But we are going to get bitter cold here soon in southwest Wisconsin. So, welcome to The Mop, entitled "The Grass May Be Greener or Look Greener on the Other Side." I've heard some pretty telltale signs of absolute disasters. I have thought people that I thought highly of decide to drift away from their married one and start an extra affair, relationship, whatever it may be. And they base it off of the grass is going to be greener, probably most likely. And unfortunately, what they don't notice a lot of times is that grass has been probably sprayed with pesticides or weed killer. So when they get to that side, the grass is not. It turns brown in a hurry. Cheating on someone, to me, is the worst thing you can do. Having affairs while you're married, whatever it may be, moves you down a whole nother level for me. I have been affected by it. I know people that have been affected by it. I have good friends that are currently going through it or did go through it. And I have a tough time understanding why. I just don't get it. I don't understand. If you know your marriage is over, end it. Be done with it. Move on. Because you will get caught. And it's going to do more damage in the long run. Just heard recently, and I'm not naming names, I just know that there are relationships out there that are going through it. If you are the victim of it, Mike, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. It's ridiculous. But when you hear about these rumors and then you wonder, God, wonder why? Wonder what was so bad? You know, everybody says life's different behind closed doors and yada yada. I can't believe it's that bad. And like I said, take time to realize if it's over, it's over. But also inform the person that you're with so they aren't desperately broken. And then if you have young kids, you probably should talk about it at least before it becomes public knowledge. Because there's nothing that hurts kids worse than a divorce. Then you know why that divorce happened. And especially in small towns where a lot of people talk. The gossips go on and you're not sure what happened. And you look like a complete ass. And it happens on both sides, but the ones I've known recently are males doing it. Part of me wonders if it isn't because we see these days the Belichicks, the Davises, those guys in their 70s that are dating 24-year-olds or 30-year-olds. So there's always a chase for what you think is something better. Let me tell you, been up and down, been through a ride. My marriage no, but marriages aren't supposed to be. You're putting two humans together that have different drives, different things go on every day. Strokes happen. Lyme's disease happens. Whatever it may be. Seizures happen to put strains on things. Heart surgeries, whatever it may be. You are not maybe the same person you were 17 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But if you're going to chase whatever that little thing wags in front of you, be prepared for consequences. And then when that person is finally freed from that relationship and everything becomes much different for them, be prepared for the heartbreak that you'll feel when it's done. So, if you are that unhappy that you venture off the path and you go down that road, be honest with yourself and know who you're going to hurt and how it's going to hurt. And if you have young kids, make damn sure you get them the help they need. Make sure you are involved to where they are able to work through it. Because at some point, they go through things a lot of times because they're not giving up. If you are a child of divorce and that kind of stuff, vows tend to become even more personal. And you stay in relationships because you promise yourself you're not going to be like this, or you're not going to do that. So for all of those that are currently going through it, I wish you the best. Again, I feel sorry for you that you have to go through it, but know there are better days ahead of you, because there sure was for me. I got so damn lucky, and I'm very blessed to have the woman I have in my life who has been through thick and thin with me. I've given her enough medical reasons and enough things to bail on me and enough stupid shit that I do in my life, but she is there 110% for me, and I can't value that enough. She's been there when I battled my whole deal going through my mom, and I still battle that every day, especially now going into December. This month is, I thought a year out it's not. My mind, and the problem when you have a damage from a stroke or anything else is other things override it. I went to a bowling tournament Sunday. Had a beautiful ball chamois that I love dearly. Couldn't find it last night at league. I swore I threw it in my bag. Messaged the bowling alley. Yep, they found it. My mind doesn't go, and this is where the Alzheimer's thing kicks in for me, because I'm like, is this a sign already? I'm 50 years old. Or is it from the stroke damage or the seizure damage, or where is it from? Because there's a lot of times I don't remember the next step, or I get overwhelmed. And I know my wife gets frustrated with it, because she could tell me things a half hour and then that's gone for a minute, because I get going, and I need to just slow down. I'm not wired to slow down. I'm not well at slowing down. I want to go, and that doesn't work well when you have things going on upstairs. So I did find my expensive chamois. That's good. It's at the bowling alley in Dickeyville. So that's a positive. They're going to ship it to me, which is a good thing. Well, at least they remember picking it up and putting it behind the bar. So we'll see. But at least I know that part of my mind worked, that I remembered then if it, it's there. The sucky part is I didn't have it last night. So, speaking of last night, a few breakdowns, multiple breakdowns. Lane 6 was acting up. I struggled to stay focused as it is, even when everything's going smooth. I went 161, 179, which has been hard for me this year. I'm averaging 209, I think, so take that into account. But then I came back with a 220 after I could get back into a rhythm, and it didn't seem the lanes were breaking down as much. And I'm not blaming the bowling alley. That's something I should easily be able to work through. However, brain damage, emotionally, everything, I have to stay totally focused, and I'm exhausted after bowling 3 or 4 games because of my mindset. It takes me that much to concentrate to bowl, to make sure I'm throwing the ball right, to do everything else. So, with that said, that kind of covers the grass is not always greener, because sometimes it's had weed killer sprayed on it. And people are going to look at you after you've moved your house and everything to that green grass, and then all of a sudden it died. They look at you in a whole different level. The society looks at you different. Public looks at you different. the amount of disrespect that people have for you, or lack of respect, comes through as well. So be careful of the choices you make. And I'm not saying stay in relationships if you're unhappy. I'm just saying don't hurt kids, don't hurt other people involved in that relationship. Walk away, because you will get caught. You will get caught at what you're doing, and it's only going to get worse after you get caught. So, with that said, have a great day. Enjoy. The sun is out. It's a beautiful morning this way, as long as you're inside somewhere that is heated, because right now I think it's 4 degrees out, or right at 4. It was on my truck anyway, but that could be the heat touching the thermostat as well. But it is cold. So bundle up this weekend. Have a great day. As always, take time to bless somebody today, and I'll see you guys Monday morning with another edition of The Mop.